Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video day, and today the Denver Broncos have re-signed one-time Pro Bowler Courtland Sutton, who had a big season last year, to a 4-year, $92 million extension. Sutton almost picked up 1,100 receiving yards last season with 8 receiving touchdowns. He definitely stepped up big last season in Bo Nix's first season as a NFL quarterback. I think he was the perfect number one wide receiver for a rookie quarterback last year. 17 games, 13 starts. He had 1,100 receiving yards and 8 receiving touchdowns. Was honestly one of his best seasons in the league. It wasn't his best receiving yard total season ever. He did have 1,112 in 2019, and then had 1,081 this year. But he had 2 more touchdowns this year than he did in 2019. This is one of his highest touchdown seasons, where he's putting up good yards as well. Like he's had seasons where where the touchdowns are really high, but the yards are a little bit low. Like 2023, he had a good amount of touchdowns. Like he had 10 receiving touchdowns in 2023, but didn't even have 800 receiving yards. Or you can look at a season like 2019, his Pro Bowl season, where his yards are very high, the highest they've ever been at 1,112, but only 6 receiving touchdowns. So this was, I think, one of his first seasons where the yards and touchdowns are really high at the same time, at almost 1,100 receiving yards and 8 receiving touchdowns. And so I thought him and Bo Nix had great chemistry. You just didn't want to be in. Look, here's what I will say. You don't want to be in a situation. If you're the Broncos and you are Sean Payton and their whole group, their whole front office, you don't want to be in a situation like the Washington Commanders are in right now, with dealing with a lockout situation with Terry McLaurin, where you could be in jeopardy of losing him because you're not giving him the money he wants. Right? When you don't want a rookie quarterback who was so good in his first season, now going into his second year, to lose one of the guys that made his rookie year so special. Like, look at Courtland Sutton and Terry McLaurin. Those two guys. We saw 2 great rookie seasons last year from Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix. I feel like Jaden Daniels' rookie season gets a lot more attention because, number one, he was better, and number two, look, I think he's probably, you could say, is a more interesting quarterback than, because he's got the great mobility, and he's just great with everything, and he's definitely better than Bo Nix. But I feel like Bo Nix is very underrated, and I think you could say that about a couple of the rookies. I honestly just love last year's class. I think it's a really solid quarterback draft. I think Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels are the 2 guys that are at the top of it, but Caleb Williams, I think, has the chance to figure it out, and I really like Michael Penix as well. J.J. McCarthy could be something as well, potentially. And Drake May is great. I think it's one of the deepest quarterback drafts we've seen in a long time. And Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels were definitely the two guys are at the top of it. And look at Courtland Sutton and look at Terry McLaurin, and those 2 guys made those rookie years for those 2 guys special. Like, McLaurin was great for the Commanders, and him and Jaden Daniels' chemistry was top notch, and definitely made Jaden Daniels' rookie year better than it was. Same thing with Courtland Sutton. He put up 1,100 receiving yards and 8 receiving touchdowns, and definitely made Bo Nix's rookie season better. And so you don't want to lose a guy like that, just because they're asking for too much money, or they want a deal and you don't want to pay them. Always remember, this guy is the reason why our rookie quarterback had the year he had, and our rookie quarterback and this guy has a lot of chemistry. I think it's easier for the Commanders to potentially, be a little weird with paying McLaurin the money because they've got Deebo Samuel now. But the Broncos, I don't really think, have another guy. They've got other solid wide receivers outside of Courtland Sutton. I'm not saying they don't have any other good wide receivers, because they do have some other solid wide receivers, but no one who can step up at the one position like Sutton. in my opinion, for the Denver Broncos. But I think if you're the Denver Broncos, I think they should look at potentially adding in another wide receiver. Nothing against Courtland Sutton, but you've got a couple free agents who are still out there. Like, I am still shocked that Amari Cooper and Keenan Allen are both still unsigned. If you're Denver, I believe they should go after one of those guys to add in an elite number 2 guy next to Courtland Sutton. But you guys let me know your thoughts on the let me know your thoughts on the extension for the Denver Broncos in the comment section, and peace out.